want to learn how to play the drums? Well, you've come to the right place. Today we're going to learn how to read drum notation, or the written language for the drums, and we're also going to learn the song Believer by Imagine Dragons. This is the 4th video in this Drum Lesson for Kids series. If you haven't seen the first ones, I recommend checking those out now. And right off the bat, guys, I'm just gonna say I'm excited because today I'm playing on a Donner DED 200 Max electronic drum kit. That's why you see this crazy setup here that I have today. And by the way, I'm filming this from my business, Twin Cities Music School. So how many of you are playing on an electronic kit right now? Please leave me a comment if you are. So let's learn the written notation for the drum set. Here's what it looks like. So much like the treble or the bass clef, the drum or percussion clef has lines and spaces as well. But the lines and spaces, instead of representing notes, they represent the different parts of the drum set. So if we start on the bottom here, that X is our hi-hat foot. And then the next thing is the kick. And then the floor tom here, our snare. Tom 2, tom 1, ride, hi-hat, hi-hat open, and crash. Let's try a little reading exercise now. Here we see 4 snare hits in a row. And then we see 4 hi-hats. And then 4 kick drums. And 4 crashes. So these notes that we're looking at right now are called quarter notes, and each of them gets 1 beat. You'd count them 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we were to play this exercise in time, it would sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're gonna try a play-along exercise. Let's start with our hi-hat. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Going to the snare. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Kick drum. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Done. So far, we've only been playing quarter notes, but there are other types of notes or rhythms. We have whole notes, half notes, quarter notes, eighth notes, 16th notes, 32nd notes, 64th notes, and 128th notes. By the way, I have several other beginner series for children here on YouTube. Guitar, piano, ukulele, recorder. I also have books for sale for learning to play music on my Shopify site here. We're gonna do another play-along exercise, but let's take a look at the notes first. We're gonna start with the hi-hat like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then we're gonna add the kick like this with the hi-hat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then we're gonna finally add the snare like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I accidentally hit the snare drum in the wrong place. Let's try that now. 1, 2, 1, 2, hi-hat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, add the kick. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, add the snare. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I almost feel like that should have been longer. You can practice this longer on your own if you want. You can also play slower like this. And now let's check out the Donner DED 200 Max electronic drum set. I've played on a few electronic drum kits before, and I have to say this is the best one that I've played on so far. One thing that really stands out with this electronic drum kit are the mesh heads on the snare and the toms. So instead of it being like a hard plastic that you hit, we have these mesh heads here, and your stick will rebound, and it feels just like a real drum. So we have everything represented on the drum kit here. We have our snare drum, our rack tom, our second tom, and our floor tom. And then we have our kick drum here and pedal, and our hi-hat pedal here. And speaking of hi-hats, this is the hi-hat. You can play it closed or open, just like a real hi-hat. And then we have our crash cymbal here and our ride here. The cool thing about the cymbals is they have multiple sounds for how hard you hit them. So if you hit the ride cymbal, for example, quietly or softly, you're gonna get a sound that sounds like you're hitting the bell of the ride, and if you hit it hard, it sounds just like if you're hitting the edge of the ride cymbal. And it's the same thing with the crash cymbal. Also, the snare drum has a couple different sounds as well. So we have like our standard snare, and that can be louder or quieter depending on how hard you hit it. And then if you hit the rim of it, it sounds like a rim shot. So if you buy this online, it'll come in a huge box, which is like expertly packed with all the different components. It comes with an instruction manual, and it took me about an hour and a half to set up. The main thing that's gonna control the drums is this drum module here, and there's a ton of stuff going on here, and I'll just explain a couple things to you now. So basically on the drum module, we have all these different things we can click on to get different functions. For example, the drum kit is the one where we can control which drum set we have. And I think there are 30 different drum sounds in here. Old school, speed metal, based on the style of music that you want to play. Funk, pop, and they all sound different. You can also make your own kit here, so you can change all of these to be whatever you want. It's like a custom set. The one I like the most is number 11. It's called Rock, yes. And so then there's this ambiance thing, which makes it feel like you're playing in a big room, a big hall. You have your volume here. We also have these other features like this coach function where you can play with it and it'll tell you if you're keeping good rhythm. And then we have this click here, which is a metronome click, and we can practice playing along with that if we want. And then there's a song mode where we can play a bunch of different preset songs. We can play along with it. And there are more features as well. Something else that's worth pointing out here is that we can send different signals out. So this is sent out to my computer, so I'm recording it right now. But you can also do a USB out, so that can go to your computer and you can control the drums with your computer. And then there's an auxiliary in here, so if you wanted to like plug your phone in or an iPad or a laptop, you could plug it in here and you could practice along with songs. And then this is just for the headphones. I'm not actually plugged into that because I'm plugged into my computer right now. Speaking of headphones, it comes with a set of headphones and drumsticks. So the benefit to having an electronic drum kit is that it's portable, it's quiet, you can't even really hear the thing unless you have headphones on. So for the price, these drums are a really good deal in my opinion. They feel solid. It feels like I can play them like a real drum set. I can hit them hard, and it still is satisfying to play like a real drum set because of the mesh heads. And the sounds are pretty good. So if you want to check out this awesome Donner DED 200 Max drum set, check out the link in the description. Now let's learn to play the drum beat to the song Believer by Imagine Dragons. It sounds like this. We're going to be playing the kick, the snare with both sticks, and the floor tom. So first I want you to play the kick, and then the snare with both sticks. Then we're gonna go over to the floor tom or the low tom, or if you don't have a floor tom, just play any tom, and you're gonna play right, left, okay? Right, left. So let's go kick, snare, right, left. And we can see that written in the notation here. The drum notation for this is a little bit confusing because we have these 16th notes that are triplets as well. You don't have to know exactly what triplets are yet because they're a little bit more advanced. So we got kick, snare, right, left. Now we're gonna go snare, right, left, snare, right, left, snare. So every time you do the snare, I recommend doing both sticks. Kick, snare, right, left, snare, right, left, snare, right, left, snare.